This is episode 12 of the ongoing Pseudocode series, and in this episode we are going to be looking at custom types. So a custom type is a collection of data that consists of different data types, and essentially it's going to be grouped under the same identifier. The main custom type that we should be concerned with when we are writing pseudocode is the record. And in order for us to declare a record, we actually have to make use of the type keyword. So let's actually go ahead and create a record real quick. Maybe just for this example, what you can do is we can create a record of type code movie. Then if you remember the definition that we did provide for a custom type, we did say that it is a collection of data that can be made up of different atomic types, and these data, these atomic types, they are then grouped under a single identifier. So for this particular type that we want to create of code movie, we need to have atomic types or primitive types, as it were. So the first type that we are going to declare is maybe let's call this one movie name. Then what we can do, actually let's just call it name, not movie name. So let's call it name. Then this is going to be of type string. Then we can also have, in the same line, we can do wholesale declaration. So let's have the director of the movie. Then what we can also do is we can have other subtypes. We can have the release year. This is going to be of type integer. Then we can also have another subtype, status. Let's imagine that we are declaring the status is whether the movie is available for streaming or not. So this would be a boolean. Then I think this is all that we can use for our custom type. So now that we have declared a custom type, it's important to realize that it's not really going to do anything unless you instantiate objects, or rather declare variables of the type that you have created. So what we can do in this instance is to actually instantiate, or rather create objects of type movie. So the way you can go about it, let's actually just have a comment here. And let's say this is declaring variables of type movie. So what we can do is we can actually go ahead and declare a movie. So let's declare maybe let's just call this first. Then it's going to be of type movie. Then now that we've declared it, what we can essentially actually go ahead and do is to make use of the dot selector. So make use of the dot selector to assign values to atomic types of movie, because remember we did say that a custom type is essentially a collection of these atomic types, and these atomic types we can refer to all of them by using this movie name right there. So what we need to do now is we need to set a name and the director for our movie, and we also need to set the year and the status, as it were. So let's actually go ahead and do that real quick. So our movie name is called first, and the way that you select, or the way that you assign values to those atomic types, is to make use of the dot selector. So we are going to say first dot name, then we assign a value of let's say the movie, its inception. Then let me just copy this line how many more times, I think 4 more times. Copy and paste it 4 more times. Then the director is going to be Chris Nolan. Then the year, Inception came out in 2010. So the year is going to be 2010 here. Then the status, whether it's available for streaming or not, we'll set the status to true. So by doing this, we're actually making use of, rather we're actually assigning values to the movie type, specifically this object, or rather this instance of movie called first, this variable of type movie called first, as it were. Then yeah, so if you wanted to, let's say, what you can actually do, you can also even create, so since this is now an ordinary variable, you can even declare an array of type movie, is it? So you could actually declare an array of type movie, then you can store several movies inside of that array. So essentially, custom types, you can always make use of them as your conventional, or as your atomic types. But the important thing that you need to remember is that before you can even think about using a custom types, you first have to declare it first, is it? So you declare the custom type, then you can instantiate, or rather create variables from it, then set the fields, as it were, for that particular variable, that is the atomic types. So yeah, I think that's just about it for this episode. I will see you in the next one.